Sounds of the Civil Rights Movement, the Power of Song. Well, I've been working with Dr. Carson since 2005 on this type of music, freedom songs, music from the Civil Rights Movement. The inspiration was really knowing how significant the music was to the movement. It was the music that actually, almost like a glue, it helped to hold it together, it helped to carry it further. Since the choice of, it was Dr. King's choice to be nonviolent, and that was his stance, that's what he was practicing, that's what he was teaching. Even in the Highlander School, they were teaching them to be nonviolent. One of the weapons that you have, if you're not gonna use, some type of weapon for violence, you need something, so the ammunition is song. For this particular production, I was commissioned by St. Pete College to do this back in 2014. They actually came and asked for an original song production about the music of the Civil Rights Movement. So it was very easy, it was almost second nature to write from some of the stories that Dr. Carson had shared, even sitting with Guy and Candy Carowin many, many years ago, back in 2006, hearing them talk about going to different cities and participating in the different protests and carrying that song, We Shall Overcome, with them and teaching it. It was not a difficult assignment at all. It was such a joy of a task. Yes, indeed.
Why is it still relevant today, this production and everything, the message behind it?
Well,
what is the message, too?
Well, the message is always hope, hope for change, and it's still relevant today, and I think it's even more so relevant today with the racial climate that we're seeing in America. The tension, it seems to have been, underneath the surface for so many years, but it's just bubbled forth in such a dynamic way. But yeah. That's okay, that's okay. It's so important right now, especially with the racial climate that we are finding here in America. The gun violence, the blatant hate, the blatant racism and so much of this was even, before the election, but with the whole election process, it seemed to stir some feelings in various sects of our society. And so this song can speak to that. This production speaks to that. This production can help to actually rally a community, to help to bring together different groups. Because the way we do the production, we actually work with various mentoring organizations, various churches and civic groups in the community, and we bring them all together. And there's something that takes place when you do art, when you create art together with different people. Do you want me to keep going? I'm sorry.
In reference, when the show was starting, some students had won some prizes and some kind of competition. Could you talk about that?
Oh, that's the Power of Song contest. That is open. This year we had it open to Pinellas County students. Actually, since we started it back in 2015, it's been offered to Pinellas County students, kindergarten to 12th grade. All they have to do is take a freedom song from the Civil Rights Movement. They can perform it, if they can sing it, they can play it on an instrument, they can do a dance to it. And we present these video clips. You only have to do 1 minute. We present them to a panel of judges, and the judges basically go through and they have their own little tallying sheet and they score them. This year's winners, one person performed on a saxophone. That was the first place winner. Our second place winner, she did an a cappella rendition of We Shall Overcome. And then the third place winner, he played Redemption Song by Bob Marley on his viola. This year we actually had over 100% increase as far as participants, entering the contest. So we are really excited about that, and we're going to be pushing that more and more. Next year, we're actually going to open it up to the whole Tampa Bay. So not just Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, Sarasota, all surrounding parts will be invited to participate in this song contest.
Could you once again state the names of the winners from first through third place?
Yes. First place winner, Jordan Bowles, on saxophone playing We Shall Overcome. Second place winner, Tindani Musingwa. She sang We Shall Overcome. And then third place winner, Adon Martinez, and he played on his viola Redemption Song.
Are those names in the
Yes, they're all in the program. Yes.
Sorry, September.
That's okay.
So, can you say again, why is this important?
Why is
this important to the community, and you know, why is this so relevant? Why is it important?
It's important to the community because the premise of our assignment is to stir them to community service, stir them to action. Sometimes people can become discouraged with what's going on in society with this whole racial climate. But what we are trying to do is to stir them and encourage them to still be hopeful and to take whatever little moves, little actions that you can take to benefit and to help your community, to help your neighborhood. One of the main things, and I shared this, one of the main things that you can do is to mentor a child. Mentoring has so much power in mentoring. We watch these young people who have someone who looks out for them, checks on them, helps to keep them in the right direction. And we've watched these young people. Actually, over the last 3 years, I've watched some of our young people who have participated in the production and seen them develop and grow and become not just mature, but even vibrant in their art, vibrant in how they present themselves. And you watch, you see the hope rising in their eyes. You see the hope of possibility. And that's all these young people need to see, that there is something more possible. We don't have to settle for the status quo. We don't have to settle for things as they are. We can reach for the more excellent way. And I think that certainly can be found in mentoring, that certainly can be found in working with various community organizations. There is a more excellent way. There's a way that more people can have a greater advantage, a greater opportunity in life without just giving up. We watch and see so many families, so many people, neighborhoods, where they kind of just settle. Well, this is it, this is what we have, and this is all that we're going to do. What we want to do with this production is to stir people to believe and to know, no, the possibility is even for you. The possibility is for your children. The possibility is for your grandchildren. But to desire and to want more of ourselves, of our peers, of our children. I think it's just to have a more excellent way and to believe that it's so possible.
The flash is going off. Last question. What makes this show unique?
What makes this show unique? I think the factor that makes it the most unique is the vast array of talent. We have, with some of our organizations, like we work with ACT, so they will work with disadvantaged youth and they will provide, training in the arts for them. So we have these young students who hardly have any training at all. And then we have on the far end, the other spectrum, Grammy-nominated professionals, people who are working, this is what they do in their industry, their field. Like this year we had our good friend Nomad, who is the music director, the lead guitarist for Babyface. I mean, with that caliber, you're bringing from the full spectrum, no experience at all, just getting a little bit, and you're working, and we're taking even these 3 days doing mentoring and working one-on-one with these young people. I think that's probably the most significant, what makes it different, as far as, it's not just an all-professional production, it's not just a community production. It's the full culmination of all of it. And then also, it's bringing together the different people groups. It's bringing together the different cultures, the different nationalities, the different races. It's bringing all that together on the same stage to create a piece of art. When you come together with people of different, different organizations, different denominations, sometimes even in the church world, folks will work with a particular denomination. We cross all of it. We go over, I mean, it doesn't matter. We don't just work with the Baptists. We don't just work with the Presbyterian. We invite everybody to participate in this. And everyone comes together to create a piece of art. It does something in their spirits. It makes them more accessible, more available, and it's really the whole idea of what is possible if we work together. What is possible if we're not afraid to connect? I think that's what we show in this production.